Alright, this is Holly Stuff from Inspired by God Ministry. And we're here with Brother Earl giving a demonstration how to no dig planting. So let's check out what he's doing.
I talk about the school, the ship manual. Oh, so it's not to really dry to cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is pure manual.
Alright, this is Holly Stuff from Inspired by God Ministry.
Could you use the same
And we are looking at the no dig planting method.
But herbs tend to like
The
harsh
soil
conditions.
was like this just a couple minutes ago. See? Dry and hard. And then we put down a layer of cardboard, then a layer of
You could apply this to a raised bed. If somebody
manure,
don't want to bend over,
then a layer of wood chips,
you could build a box.
and we blend it out.
Whatever tall it is, you put down your manure. Make sure you have some holes in the bottom to make sure it drain. You put down your manure. You should not have any weeds.
No, the cardboard molds like this for the weeds.
Yeah, for the weeds.
ground.
It's a weed barrier.
Yes.
Right, the cardboard is for the weed barrier.
Or weeds that you know,
Right. So you all could put out the rest of the wood chips. Yeah. You could put out the rest of the wood chips right here, and we have more if there's needs be. All right, potatoes and sweet potatoes, those kind of crops. You could do it if you have a small area, but if you want to plant potato commercially, it will be very difficult for you to get wood chips and all of that sort of thing. But if you have a small space, you could work that.
like my space, I wanted to do it on a white barrel like that. I could fill it with the
Oh yeah,
same
on top.
application and
Yeah,
use that and
on top. Right?
so just replicate this in the barrel.
In the barrel.
Put some holes on the side.
Put some holes on the side.
Maybe stick some half-inch PVC with some aerated and
You just have to put some holes around the barrel, or some people use bags or sacks, and they plant potatoes in sacks. So just make sure it could drain.
so we put like a 4-inch in the middle and 3 foot traps there to kickstart it.
Well, I wouldn't recommend that you do that for potato, right? I don't recommend you do that for potato. Remember, you're generating heat when you create a compost. It's a compost you explaining there. So if you're generating heat and you have a root crop, it ain't gonna make sense. You could damage your root crop.
I started with I put about maybe a 6-inch.
Alright, we're watching at the bed, and you're seeing that it's coming together really nicely.
You could
You
add on
imagine,
top.
as I said, it was bare soil like this a while ago,
You could add on top.
and now look at it coming together.
Yeah, so this will be considered a no-till method.
This is a no-till method, right?
You didn't want to record that?
No-till.
How you spell that?
Not tilling the land.
You're not tilling the land.
Yeah, no-till.
Little or no weed. If any weeds come up in this, you could come right here and just do so and it will come out. Because the soil is already loose. The soil is loose. This is one of the benefits. It's easy weeding if there is any weeding to do at all.
Okay, so
You can put on cardboard with chips in between the beds, so the weeds don't climb onto the bed. So what you say, you could put that
let me just
on
ask
yeah,
that.
Yeah, you go ahead.
bed. You can put cardboard and
Let's
wood
say you
chips
go
on
into the
it.
forest where you see a rotten tree.
Excellent.
You can use that on
Yeah,
as the what?
that's what we do.
That will be the dry.
Yeah, when we don't have a wood chipper.
Yeah.
So what we do is, if we know like a bacano tree breakdown, you know bacano,
Yeah,
nice and
yeah,
spongy,
yeah.
we bring all of that right here. Right, we just mash it up nice and we bring it right on top and use it as wood chip.
That would not have any pests in it.
You may find pests in it, but the pest ain't gonna do it anything.
Okay, so you
You might find beetle.
right. So you guys are pests.
The beetle don't eat that plant. Don't eat green plants.
Okay, well if you're planting coconut, well then you have a problem.
You will plant coconut in this bed. This
Rhinoceros
application is
beetle does not. You don't find rhinoceros beetle in bacano. You find another beetle,
for- Yeah.
another grub beetle, right? If you do compost, under a shed, you'll find beetles in your compost.
Yeah, because they're always under the
bad
for the
Rhinoceros beetle, if you don't have any other place, will find there.
Under
But
the
generally,
they're always under the bark for those rotten trees.
right,
Yeah.
they're under the bark. Beetles generally like to go under the bark. They partake in the breaking down process too.
Right, some people, you see farmers use plastic.
To cover?
Like,
Yeah, they use the
Is that advisable?
they use the. You can use it not on the plant or not on the bed, but you could use it on the side. When they use the plastic, what they're doing is that heat is trapping it damages the microorganisms eventually underneath there. But we use it as a weed barrier in that if we want to just keep the weeds from spreading over on this bed, we might put that, what you call landscape tarp or fabric, the black material. We may put it on the side, or if it's on a bank, or
Is that plastic or not?
it's plastic.
Okay.
But we're not planting in the plastic. People plant in the plastic,
In between the beds.
in between the beds, because they don't want to deal with the
Weed control.
The weed.
Control. But when they use the plastic and you said it kills the microorganism,
yeah, it kills.
that is not good.
It's not good. You want aeration to be taking place, right? Eventually, you start soil. That's why they have to use more chemical in that soil to get the food to produce, right? So you could use the plastic only where you don't want the grass to grow onto the bed.
So how again, Earl? How high is it? Is this what we consider complete, or we're going to pull up another layer of this?
You don't have to put another layer now. In your next planting, you add a layer. This will start breaking down and interact with your manure in the bottom. The manure will be like an activator and will kickstart this breaking down from the bottom. So what happens is as rain fall and percolates through this, your plant's getting composty every time rain fall. But it's not a lot. It's just getting what it needs, right? It's percolating through the soil. So you're slowly feeding your plants, right?
But we need some bricks or something just to secure this because some of that crazy rain. Next thing, all the goodness going on.
Bamboo or
Right.
So like what we just do, like what I will do by me, right?
Mm-hmm.
You will fold, you'll get sticks just like this,
Mm-hmm.
and fold the cardboard either this way or this way. That way nothing.
Okay.
But if like brother says, you can even go higher with bamboo if you have bamboo.
Yes.
You can run bamboo the same and just put sticks on it. Will stay.
As a retainer.
banana, your banana.
You can like if you take your banana tree, you can cut a banana in half
Yeah.
and lay it. Same thing. You add in
Yeah, you could do that.
Like me, where how much the
Yeah, you could use wood. Like if you cut down trees and it's close by, you just roll it right there. You have the breaking down process of the wood taking place right there. You could always pull if you need from it. That sort of thing. But it's a good retainer. Now, I heard that a lot of rains come through here, so that is something that you wanted to think. What you can do is probably dig a deeper drain here, so that whatever comes, water works with gravity, right? So it will always look for the lowest point. The water would not tend to run up on the bank here. It will look for the lowest point and goes here. If we could dig down here a little bit, right?
Right, so
I wouldn't want all the nice goodness to fall in
No,
the
it
drain. So
shouldn't.
put some.
What is interesting is that when rain fall and breeze blow, this don't go anywhere. Wood chips don't move for some reason.
So based upon that, right, what plants is advisable to plant?
Any plant,
Yeah.
So there's some tomato plants up by the front door and some pepper
you
plants.
want to plant that now?
I mean,
To see how you're going through the cardboard.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we could try them.
can we get the children?
Good for lettuce and stuff.
Oh, lovely lettuce and pop joy. Love this. Greens love this.
But you know that wouldn't go, lettuce root is not so deep to go through.
Right.
that
So
really cardboard.
what you do is you
Just
make
use the alone.
you make a hole, right? You make a hole.
And you say that manure is dry, so it wouldn't interfere with it.
No, you make a hole, you plant it. You plant it down inside here and give it a day or two and then you pull it back. Once you know it caught root, you pull it back.
Oh, right. I understand what you're saying.
Now
So,
the first couple of days, the plant might look like it's not doing anything.
so you have to wait for the plant to get a little bigger, a little high.
If it's taller, the better, right? When you know some lettuce might be very small.
That means you can't take the little seedling that just...
Yeah, they like to put them in these smaller containers now.
Yes, not that?
You try to get it as big as possible or a little bigger than that because this does restrict the growth many times. When they make it too small,
Yes.
it's for selling
Oh,
purposes,
yeah,
it's for
yeah,
marketing. So they want to sell more plants, so they make them
So like
small.
put it in a cup or something like a Cyratex cup, get it a little...
You could do that, but it's best, for you to get it a little high, and then you plant it down in there.
Go down to the earth.
Looks up.
Yes, you're going down below the cardboard. You're going through the cardboard, right?
Oh, those sweet peppers are nice. They're big. These big.
Maya Misty. Yeah, we need something. Maya Misty, you want to come and do this for me? Yeah, them just do all the planting.
Look and try and leave that.
This is not a problem.
Huh?
If you
Yeah, man, make a point there,
Yeah,
man.
that's my problem with this thing. I really want that goodness to go out there.
You want to plant for them? I don't know if that will penetrate the
Did have a shovel? Or cut, what do you call that?
the cutlass here. Could get sharper? Yeah. Normally when you get the plant, the root is bung. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen,
normally when you get the plant is root bunged. You see that there? That does restrict or delay the growth of the plant. So what we do sometimes is
Let me, can I see under the tree? For the tree, for the side. Right, so the roots are not coming out, right? So I went to a class, and what they said in Centeno is that when the height of the plant is 2/3 the height of the root, that's the best time to buy plants when you're selecting plants.
But we can't look underneath that.
No, you're not looking under. Right, I said looking under because it was said that you look for the roots coming out. But if you notice, no roots are protruding. So what they said, you're looking for 2/3 the height of the plant, and the root system will be 1/3. You understand that?
Yeah, no good answer that. Why is it supposed to be?
oh, you should explain to them.
It's root bound.
So what is that? That's why you're going the holes with?
yeah, that's what it's about. Though. So let me get this part. Give me your. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Do a next one for them to see. Sorry.
Okay.
Or get a more thick one. This is tomatoes, so this will get.
How fast is tomatoes?
That's good. Tomatoes, that's good.
So you did have
I mean, to maximize your space,
cardboard, right?
it's supposed to go through there. We hope it will go through.
I was trying to get a sharper cutlass to make an edge. Usually, like if you have a garden, you'll make one beforehand. So like you would make one with iron. So like when you drop it, the weight alone will body cardboard as compared to the wood, right? So what you will do with this,
This will help.
you will make yours beforehand. So you will have it as a working tool. So you will get heavy steel. You go bevel it in any workshop, right? So that will be bevel all the way. So by the time you drop this here, so pow. So you, because it's about timing too. So by the time I drop this here, this look.
Speed.
So this.
You have to actually put the effort into it.
Yeah.
So, Maya, go ahead. He has a mic. Go ahead. Talk about what you do.
When you get a fresh plant,
Speak clearly and let them hear what you say.
when you get a fresh plant and they have several leaves on them, when you transplant them, you take off the dead leaves, and if there are more leaves up here, you could take them off. And then when the roots are wrapped up, you just loosen it.
And how deep do you, like a plant like this, how deep would you plant?
To about there. Well, when you put it in this,
As
it'll
best
be
as you could get it.
higher. Because tomatoes do better
You strong, so you
deep
want
rooted
to
because they send out
create those holes
roots
for us?
on the stem.
I look strong.
So you could try it and put them in. Alright. Yeah, it is going through.
It's going through.
Let me see.
Okay, we'll show
Yeah, this is what we need.
And you see much more sauce you put it inside?
You can't plant it in the mulch. Remember, when you plant it in the mulch should rob the plant of nitrogen, right? It takes nitrogen to break down mulch or anything. So if you plant the plant in the mulch, you'll notice that it start to get yellow. That is because the plant is not getting the nitrogen because this is stealing it. Alright? So you don't plant in this. Alright? So you put it down in the ground, you make sure that it's in where it's supposed to be, and then you could pull back your mulch and leave that there.
Another one here.
Yeah, at the end of it we will wet it. You decide based on after time you'll get the experience, but normally a foot to 18 inches would be fine.
A foot to 18?
Yeah, because
So look, a foot, right? Watch this.
there's a foot there.
So with me, if I'm a girl with my boots, right?
That's a
Every time I
13.
put that in, I put that here, I go on.
Yeah, 1.5.
A little bit.
Right, what you have to do is think in advance. When you're planting, you think about what is the next thing you have to do with the plant. If you have to tie up the plant, that will determine how far you put it. You try to anticipate how big the plant is if you know about the plant, right? If you're trying to,
Need support.
yes. And if you're gonna, it depends on the type of support too, right? Somebody said that they had,
Yeah, I need some herb.
well, there are different ways of stringing tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
If you have bamboo, you can split your bamboo up in 4 pieces or 8 pieces, and instead of going and find sticks,
So you could split them out.
All right.
split the bamboo straight down, cutlass and hammer.
All right. Take care.
Split your bamboo in 4, then split the 4 into 8, and you'll get pieces about that wide, and it is strong enough and it will last long enough to hold up your bamboo. And the bamboo have joints, so you'll have little pieces protruding that you can tie on and hook on, right? Otherwise you could pull a line this way, like how they did there. You could pull a trellis if you want to do that. That's how some people plant it. Yeah, man, that's a real deep hole there, boy. You try to keep the leaves at least when the plant is tender from the mulch as much as possible.
Oh, right.
Right. So everybody could take 8 tomato and plant one, right? You could take a tomato and plant one.
It was root bound. It keep going like this. If it was in a toilet paper roll,
Look at the holes here.
it'll go down.
That's what he wants, right?
I tried to see if I reach the ground. I reach.
You reach the ground there, you was going
Look, it is.
Looking like you're looking for a visa to go elsewhere.
You want
No longer about that.
About here again?
Yeah, and you just go straight down.
Don't try that. I just want to check. And I just make sure I know this goes. There you go. Oh gosh, she brought.
No, you're good, yeah.
Yeah, don't tell me. Just for the cardboard will support
Sister Joan,
Let me see if I can get back to you.
put here what to do.
Alright, good. I think I reached. Already?
What?
You're feeling hard.
Yeah. That's why it's leave it a few days.
You probably want something more pointed.
Look, you want it?
Yeah.
So she
That
won't
one
need it.
there wouldn't be too close.
Look into.
That one that you're going to put there, love, it wouldn't be too close. That would be too close.
But look right. I think that's you're missing out the whole of something.
And he puts in
No. Yeah, I can see that now.
No, you're putting it here. You're putting it
Put that Randy there, Randy.
Oh, that's a nice one. This one here.
Yeah, the ground is hard. The ground was like this, right? But by tomorrow, this yeah, the dew and so on. This acts as a sponge. The thing that we created here will act as a sponge and keep the moisture in.
When you dig that,
So you wet the whole bed or just where the plants are?
You could wet the whole bed. Wet the whole bed.
When you see we had to feed them, had to make sure they eat.
I don't know, this soil here.
You
This
know
is
if
like,
it's wet. You know if it's wet, it gets really soft.
yeah, notice when you dig the holes for the fence, I seen sandy clay. So it's just the top that look like that.
It's nice and easy.
Nice and
Yeah.
It's dry, it's like a rock.
Yeah.
Chapati.
That's what they call it? Somebody was talking about that.
Okay, knife on the ground.
Yeah.
Why is that piece of shelf thing in here? They just... Okay, so we should be
There are more
different.
plants, you
And
know.
we
There are
read-
more plants
we
for
read-
people who want to put their hand in the dirt, you know.
Yeah, man. Put
Yeah,
your
plants,
hand in
man.
the dirt. We have water in it. You could wash your hands on it there.
They kind of close.
That's a nice one.
It's tomato will be food, that's nice. They are a little distant apart.
So Earl, how often do we have to wet this? Earl, how often
How often too?
to water?
Like normal plants? How you wet your plants normally? Once a day?
Until we stop break down and start to moisture.
Yeah. This system does not need, look a plant on the edge here. You'd use less water.
Good job.
Tomatoes are a part of planting.
Tomato is a shrub bush. They might grow as wide as this, so you probably might give them about 2.5 feet. But if you want to maximize your space, when you put down your tomatoes a little closer, you have less weeds and less shade around for your weeds. The shade now will keep the moisture in the soil around for a longer time.
Oh, so we leaving that hole, leaving that separated like this, so these cover up too much?
No, that's fine.
You need it?
Yeah, I'm in the dirt.
Just one more.
Once in the dirt, go ahead.
Yeah. It look hard. It look like it don't make sense, right? Yeah. Sometimes what we do is fork the ground first. But we have seen and known where nothing was done. Oh yeah, now that's soft. You'll be surprised.
It's sapate, when this get water, it's slippery, you know, man.
Slippery.
Yeah, the skate and fall in it.
Okay.
It's like clay.
Yeah, that might be a little too close. They get.
Yeah.
That's good for making
So what are you taking out this pepper?
Give it about 2.5 feet.
2.5 feet on the pepper. 2.5 feet on the pepper.
Yeah. That's too close. That's 2.5 feet.
That's 2.5 feet.
Or we have these peppers left. You put all the tomatoes already. So we only have peppers now. We have plenty peppers.
3 by 6. 3 feet by 6. Okay. Okay. Just get big and bushy. Yeah.
All right. Who's gonna
Oh,
start
yeah.
this when they go home?
Yeah.
Who's gonna start planting this method?
Me.
All right
Those
then.
peppers, listen, brother. You want me need to spread out those peppers some more, right? You want me need to spread out those peppers a little more. We don't have to use all of it. Yeah, we don't have to use all of it.
You don't think that this way?
This looking like it wants to come in.
The same, a square?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
All right. I'm ready. Brother, come, I want. So you say you're going home and wait. Hold on. So, Brother Gideon,
Hi.
you said you're going home and do this. What do you learn about this? Why do you think this is something that you would want to go home and do?
Well, this is something I would like to do because it utilizes the space that I have at home, right? So that now I can. One of the problems I have at home is the weeds, okay? And this is a method utilizing the cardboard, the manure, and the wood chips with the leaves and stuff where they make a not a fresh compost, because altogether they'll make a compost as they break down.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll utilize this method because the little space that I have at home, as I said, it is full of weeds, and also it will be able to create a new soil, a new biome in the soil, this fresh soil that I'm creating, so I can control my weeds, these new weeds that come up, and also the produce that I have now will get the proper nutrients and stuff well balanced because of this new soil that is being created. You know, it's also a problem to get soil. Right? Soil is very expensive. You know the different soils that we have in Trinidad that people bring home, whether it's mixed topsoil or is the pro mix and stuff like that. Now this is a cheap and simple way that I can build back the nutrients into my soil and get a softer, richer black soil for my my garden at home.
Come, hold us, man.
Now, they like things.
All right, sis. You saw this method, you tried this method. What you learned from doing it in this method?
Well, firstly, it is the first time that I have seen where you use the cardboard to actually keep down the weeds. And the method where you put the manure before and then the chipwood is a very good method. I have not seen it anywhere, and I will definitely be trying this when I get at home.
So, what is like? Is it cheaper, easier, better? What do you think?
It's healthier.
Healthier.
Healthier. And there isn't any form of any chemicals in this process. It is very easy to do. Anyone can do it. You can go to your normal little shop on the corner and get your cardboards, and you can get your little chipwood by the little wholesale places, by little agricultural places. You can also get your little manure. So you spread in your cardboard first, you put in your manure, and then you add in your dry and green chipwood. The green one is really for the nitrogen, and the dry one is to actually help to get the soil moist.
All right, so we have people that is on the WhatsApp group that it wasn't here. Tell them step by step how this process is done and how it looked like it done in less than 20 minutes, less than an hour, that we got it from this ground to that ground. Tell us.
What I like about this is that any soil, you can use any soil. So whatever you have by you, whether it be dry soil, wet soil, you can use any soil. Firstly, to prepare your soil, you just get your plants, you get your cardboards, and you spread your cardboards on the ground. If the soil is dry by you, you could first prepare it by wetting the soil, and then you spread the cardboard. The cardboard would keep in that moisture, and you know that now it's dry season and the place is very hot. So you use the cardboard to keep in that moisture in the soil. And then you would put your manure on top and your dry chip, and then you just dig. You make sure you dig straight down to the soil, whatever soil you have, you dig straight down to that soil, and you plant your vegetable, whether it be tomatoes. Well, we are planting tomatoes today, whether it be sweet peppers or pimentos, whatever you have that you think you would need to use to have a healthier lifestyle, a healthier food source. This is definitely the way to go.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sis.
You're welcome.
All right, we have another student here. She came out and she had the hand in the soil. Tell us what you think about this method of planting and think how you could benefit from it, or can you do it at home? That's what I want to know.
I don't have the space for that right now. So I would not be able to do this right now at home.
But you recommend it?
Yes, certainly. Just like how it's, how the layout is. Especially the cardboard that will just, keep down the weeds and stuff. And I guess some insects too. Yeah, I just like the idea of it. It is well done. And I love the bed, how it's made up. And even though I cannot do it right now, I will surely recommend it to whoever will want to try. In fact, I'm sending this to my brother. I'm sending a video of this to my brother who loves planting, so he can see what's been happening here.
All right.
Yeah?
Can you see? Can you see how, if we do this in about an hour, can you see how we could get this whole place planted up in a day?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Once we have as many hands as we have now, because with less hands is more work and take a longer time. So the amount of hands we have now, yes, we can do a good part of this in a day. And have lots of food.
Amen. Blessed. Thank you. Hi, Pastor.
That's me.
We just came here in less than an hour. You all did this bed. And we have 2 acres to plant. We see how it is. what you advise? You think this is a method that we could do to try to get this whole place planned up?
I would love it. I would love it, you know. The only challenge is that the amount of material that this is going to take.
Yeah.
This is quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot. If we just want to machine through here and plow the beds and put some money on the ground, it's going to cost much less.
But
I like it because
yeah.
It's less work.
Yes.
In terms of maintenance.
Yes.
Definitely. Because you don't have to be weeding as much.
Right.
This is going to keep the weeds down. And what I also like about it is that once you do it once, you don't necessarily have to do it again.
Right.
Because from what Brother Belfast explained, all you do is you keep adding on top of the layer that you have.
Right.
So I'm certain that we will have at least these 3 beds, because these 3 beds are really the vegetable beds. So these 3 beds we're gonna plant lettuce, pak choy, those kind of kitchen stuff, you know.
Yes.
The more green leafy vegetables. That's what we plan for these 3 beds.
Right.
The other beds going further down, we plan to plant the harder kind of crops, so okras and all the other things. So we already have the passion fruit here.
Yes.
As you notice, we have a bed of passion fruit. And soon, hopefully, we're going to be reaping hundreds of passion fruit out of that. But I like this. I really do. I do. It takes a little effort at first, and it will cost us a little thing to get it done. But I'm thinking if we have a wood chipper,
yeah,
that's going to save us a lot of money.
Well, that's a need.
The wood chipper.
A wood chipper is a need.
Definitely, yeah, because we have wood.
We have wood.
We will not run out of wood.
That's right.
So if we have a wood chipper, that's going to save us. And the other thing, of course, would be the manual.
Yeah.
I think we paid $30 a bag for the manual.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So we need to get some chicken.
Yeah.
Something close by.
Yeah. So that will also help.
Yeah.
To reduce costs. But I like it. I want to see the result of it. In fact, I'm already anticipating the result, because whenever we have planted and used manure, it makes a big difference to the productivity.
Yeah.
Better than fertilizers. That's
yes,
the truth.
That's true.
Yeah, the natural, the manure is much better. So this is good. This is really good. And in fact, my wife was telling me at home we have about 20 feet by 20 feet of, well, it used to be lawn, but we dug it up over the years and have been planting short crop there. But the weeds are a challenge.
Right.
And she was just telling me, we could do this.
Yeah,
we could do this at home. You know?
Right then. She sees it already.
The only problem I told her is that I have to get rid of my dog, Because once he sees this, he'll go into that and he'll dig it up and he'll have too much fun, right? And Sister Dolores and Sister Thelma were also saying that at their little homes, they're going to be doing this.
Right.
So this is useful. It's very useful.
Amen.
Yeah. You see, Brother Dishon there is wetting. I don't know what method he's using, but I think he has turned the hose into a sprinkler.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's wetting it.
So bear in mind, all that on this class, on this platform that didn't get to be here to do this, we tried to show it from the beginning to the end. You saw they were cutting wood chips the other day, cutting up the wood. You saw they put the cardboard, the first layer down was the cardboard, and then the next layer down they put the manure. Then the last layer they put the wood chips, and then they plant the plant directly in through the cardboard, straight to the ground. And the process is simple. It's a no-dig method, and we're hoping that everybody who is on the group or online could at least go home and at least just do this at home. You know what I mean? Pastor, anything for the people online? I don't know who's missing.
I think you said what needs to be said. Just follow the directions, and of course, at some point, you can always come up to Miracle Meadows here, Sangre Grande, and you can see the what you're seeing on video. You can see it live. Right. All right.
That's what I'm saying. So we don't want to see videos. We don't want to watch TV. We want to do it live. We need hands. More hands make the work lighter. And Pastor already said that we need to get a wood chip. So imagine if the ministry have a wood chip, then all the members have access to a wood chip. So the more people put in towards the goal, the final goal will be beneficial to everybody. Pastor will be on a wood chipping campaign going to house to house. All right. But anyway, but blessing. Let me get next one. All right, switch off.
Where is going?
Anyway, you hold it in your hands like a mic if you want to. All right, we have Crystal putting on the mic right now and she's live. She is one of the lieutenants here in Miracle Meadows Seventh Adventist Church. And she see what was happening from all the day. What do you think, sis?
I am privileged, very, very privileged, and happy to know that we are at a start where we could save a lot of time, a lot of money, and use the resources that we have around. The trees, we don't have animals as yet.
Yeah.
But seeing the effectiveness of having manure as well and making our own beds in such a way that we could benefit from it in the long run.
That's right.
Because agriculture is really a lot of hard work.
Yes.
But this is going to teach us how to make it a little easier.
Easier,
right? And we are going to get more produce from our tomatoes and pimentos. So we are going to sell eventually.
Yes, ma'am.
All right? So
amen. So tell
very
anybody
grateful and thankful for it.
Right, she's tell anybody who was on the line. I don't know who was not here. Try to encourage them. Give them an encouragement.
All right. So Cody wasn't here today.
Okay.
So I just want to encourage Cody. Cody, I missed out a lot today, man. Because we really learned how to put down this thing and organize everything. We went and get the boxes. And it was just amazing. It was just amazing. So you missed out a grand time here this afternoon.
Amen. Blessing. Thank you.
All
Come
right.
on in. All right.